Today, at least every country in the world has a name, and in Africa, the naming of countries mainly took center stage at the 1884 Berlin Conference, where territorial boundaries were drawn by the then European colonial powers. Many of these boundary separations were done in error because today you find some people that share the same ethnic background and even speak the same language falling or divided by two separate countries. The naming of these countries was done basing on either the direction or description of the country or any significant feature on the land or a particular tribe or big significant person in that place at that time. In this video, we share the different African countries and how they got their names. But hey, if you're new here, welcome. On the channel, we share great stories about the African continent. So for more future videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and also share this video with someone that you know would love to learn about the African continent. Madagascar is one country that has a very weird name origin. This island nation found in the Indian Ocean is believed to have gotten its name in error as Italian explorer Marco Polo wrongly pronounced Madagascar, thinking he was saying Mogadishu, the Somali capital. It's from here that Madagascar picked its name, and to date it's still called Madagascar. Kenya, which is a country found in East Africa, derives its name from the tribal word Kirinyaga, which is from the Kikuyu tribe. Kirinyaga translates as where God dwells. This is how ancient Kenyans around the Mount Kenya area used to refer to the snowy mountain. So this being the main significant feature of the country, as the British colonizers asked what the mountain was called, they were told Kirinyaga, and to them this was very hard to pronounce, so they ended up calling it Kenya, which later became Kenya. Liberia is one of the only two African countries that was never colonized, and it's also the oldest republic, having been established in 1847 by freed former African American slaves. The name Liberia comes from the word liberty. So what was simply done was to drop TY and adopt IA as it is for many other African countries. Congo, which today was divided into two African countries, the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Republic of the Congo, or as many describe these two countries as DRC and Congo-Brazzaville respectively. During the pre-colonial time, this area was occupied by the Bantu-speaking people, and when the Portuguese came in the 15th century, they met these people, the Bakongo, which Bakongo, the word, meant hunters in the local language. So it's from here that this land was referred to as Congo. Sierra Leone. In 1862, when Portuguese explorer Pedro da Citra came to this West African land, he was amazed by the mountain that looked like the teeth of a lion, hence the name Sierra Leone, which was later changed by the British to Sierra Leone in 1787. Rwanda, a country found in East Africa, is one of the few homogeneous nations on the African continent. The country only has one local indigenous language spoken, which is the Kinyarwanda language, and this is where the country gets its name from, to be called Rwanda. Cameroon, a country found in Central Africa, although some prefer to call it a West African country, is one of those whose name also has a very weird origin. In the 15th century, when a Portuguese explorer came across this land, he traveled on the Wari River and he realized it had so many shrimps or prawns. He therefore named it Rio dos Comoros, which would later change to Cameroon. Mali, which was one of the strongest kingdoms in Africa in the pre-colonial era, having had the Mali Empire, derives its name from one of the major tribes in the country, the Bambara tribe word Mali. This basically means a hippo, and it was used to signify the strength of the kingdom, just like the hippo. There is even a myth in the country that one of the empire's great leaders, Sundiata Keita, on his death, he changed himself into a hippo and he continues to live in the Sankarani River. Moving south of the continent to Zambia, after colonization by the British, the country was named Northern Rhodesia, and this was done in honor of Cecil Rhodes, who to date Zambians are not very happy about. When Zambians got their independence in 1964, they renamed their country Zambia, a name that was carved out of the major river in the country, River Zambezi. Zambezi translates as the river of God, so this is where the country's name was gotten from. Burkina Faso, a country found in West Africa, got its name from its first post-colonial president and freedom fighter Thomas Sankara. He named the country Burkina Faso, which translates as the land of the honest, incorruptible people. And for our Swahili lesson, we look at the verb kupika, which translates as to cook. So if we are to use this in a sentence, we would maybe say, unapika nini usiku huu, which translates as, what are you cooking tonight? So if you would like to know what your friend or wife or husband is actually preparing tonight, this is the best way to ask them in the Swahili language. And of course, if you would like to learn the Swahili language, which is one of the most spoken languages on the African continent with over 200 million speakers, we created an easy to learn Speak Swahili for Beginners course that takes you from A to Z to be able to speak Swahili and understand it as a native speaker. To enroll for the course, check out the link in the description of this video. Well, if you've always wondered how African countries got their names, I'm sure you have some of the answers today. In the comments, let us know which amongst these names surprised you most and maybe where you are watching from. We recommend you watch this next video for you to even learn more about Africa.